I think this house has potential for sure. I love this spot. Hey, bathroom, and then get in trouble, you're literally going to the dungeon. The thing's probably 100 years old. But this place is wild. There's a bunch of spider webs and stuff. And then the house would collapse. They don't build them like that anymore. The story with this house, it needs a lot of work, but this house, I think, has so much potential. Hey guys, let me show you this off-market deal that is here in Santa Clara. I'm from Santa Clara and I love this spot. Why? Because it's on the corner of Chapel and Santa Clara Drive. It's one of the best spots and corners, I think, in downtown Santa Clara. It's right down from Price Fruit Market. It's right next to the old Merc. Now, I've been told that this isn't technically zoned commercial, but chances of you getting a zoned commercial are really high. The story with this house, it needs a lot of work, and we're gonna go through it in just a second. This house, I think, has so much potential to be able to be turned into some kind of a business for anybody who's looking for a business. So, if you're thinking of bringing a business to St. George, Santa Clara area, you may wanna watch this video. Here we go. There's also a root cellar that you'll have to check at the end of this video. It's actually really cool. We have to go down some stairs and check it out, like dark dungeon. All right, so as you come in what we'll call the front door, there's actually a couple doors that you could use if you wanted to run this as a business. You could also look at it as just a residential home if you wanted to live here. But there's actually a door here and then the one that we just went through. And this is actually an addition. There's actually a couple additions to this home. It's about 1,700 square feet as it is. That's not counting the root cellar, and then there's a little small space up in the attic where you could store some stuff. This is actually, that's just a sticker. This is just concrete. Like this whole area is just concrete right here. So everything this way has a crawl space, and then see the cellar down below. Okay, so this is the kitchen area. Thing with this house, there's foundation issues. Like even from right here, coming into the kitchen, there's a pretty big gap. There used to be irrigation water that would come up and hit this house. And the guy who used to own it, that eventually passed away in his 90s, he would just let the water hit the house, and so it would get down in the foundation. And eventually it just caused the soil to erode, and then the house would collapse. And so they have fixed some of it, but there are some things that still need to be fixed with this house. So we think this has to be another addition to the home because it's concrete as well. So you go concrete in the front to crawl space to solid concrete again. And the way that this is set up right now, they ran into some issues with the washer dryer situation. So now you have dryer here and then washer over here in this little cubby. The water heater is fairly new. The roof is only 2 years old. So now we come out of the laundry room, step into the carport area, show you the lot size as far as potential goes for future building if you want to do anything. There's a little shed right here. So this is the lot. I mean, you can see all of it. It's actually a decent sized lot, basically all the way to this house, which is crazy. Big side yard, oh, super big for another add-on or whatever you wanted to do. And as we go back in, we're gonna probably check out one more bedroom, the loft, and then I'll show you that root cellar, which I haven't been down there yet, so I'm kind of scared there might be spiders. In fact, I've been told there haven't been people down there for years, so who knows what's living down there. All right, so here's the master right here. So where I'm standing here, there's a big slope. This is where I was saying like water was hitting the house with the irrigation and the foundation started to slope. You can see all the cracks here. They actually fixed some of it, just not all the way. I mean, there's quite a big grade going down here. All right, so we got one more bedroom here. You can hear that. I don't know if you can hear that, but that's the crawl space. One more bedroom, and then the loft. And they actually, because they had several kids, they were able to put this wall in and have one of their kids sleep up there to maximize their space, which is kind of cool. Hey, bathroom, and then you get in trouble, you're literally going to the dungeon. Like, check this out. I would not want to get in trouble right underneath my heels. But this place is wild. There's a bunch of spider webs and stuff. That's the old boiler, so that's what they used to use for heat. That thing's probably 100 years old. Because this house originally, the original house was built in like late 1800s. Crazy. And that's what they used for heat back in the day. They don't build them like that anymore. That thing probably still works. And it's probably really simple because that's just how everything was back then. And then, there you go, the dungeon. I mean, you can see how it's like the dirt is a little wet, like a little damp. And that's what they were saying to me, is that, so the person who lived here, that was in his 90s, like, it was just, again, like that water that would hit the house, some of it would get down here and it just eventually kind of rolls the dirt up and everything up. So it actually used to be a little bit deeper, but this is pretty cool. But again, I would not want to get in trouble with my parents and have to come down here because there's spider webs everywhere. It's kind of eerie. All right, guys, so that's a wrap. This house doesn't have a price tag to it right now, although I do have an appraisal. So if you want access to that appraisal, just shoot me a message and I'll get you access to it. Last couple thoughts. I think this house has potential for sure. It all comes down to dollars and cents. What makes sense for a business or a residential home to come here? My personal opinion, it is gonna make more sense if we can go to the city and make this commercial. I think if it's a small business, like all of the ones surrounding it, it's gonna fly, most likely. There's several small businesses that go up and down Santa Clara Drive. I don't see it as a hard thing at all to be able to go to the city council and get the zoning change to be able to put a small business here. That's my opinion as the best play for this home. Yes, it's gonna cost money to fix it up and to be able to renovate it to get it where you would want it to go, but the location I think is awesome. So shoot me a message if you're interested and I will send you a little packet that I put together about details with this home. Thanks guys, we'll talk to you soon.